Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Active Theater. My name is Michael R. Bridges, director of the show, Wait Until Dark. I'm very pleased to be with you tonight. We are thrilled that you have made the decision to join us. We assure you we are under the safest conditions, and our cast is so pleased, as I am, to be a part of the reopening of the Active Theater. So I told you my name is Michael R. Bridges. Actually, R is for Roy, but I have changed it to Retread, because it seems like the last few shows that I've directed here at ACTA, I've directed like 20 years ago. I actually directed this show first in 1999 and was pleased that they put it on the season, and so here we are. We're taking you back to 1966 to the apartment of Sam and Susy Hendrix. One of the things I love about the show, besides it being a wonderful psychological thriller, is that lots of references to things that are no longer around, of the times and so forth. Things like phone booths and dial-up phones and so forth. So we are pleased to, I always love shows with a little bit of cultural history as well. Wait Until Dark opened on Broadway in 1966, and in 1967 it became a hit movie starring Audrey Hepburn. And I don't know about you, but something about October hits, you want to like do scary stuff. All right, so we have again a psychological thriller. I always go around on Netflix and try to find the thrillers. Speaking of which, we ask your cooperation tonight, particularly during the second act, to make sure, of course you don't want to have your phone on anyway, but because it gets dark, very dark, and it adds to the flavor of the show, we ask that you make sure you're not even checking your phone, because any shred of light during some of our scenes just kind of takes away from it. So we appreciate that very much. We will have one 15-minute intermission. Because of the times that we're in, there are no concessions per se, but Lucy will tell you about the protocol and some things that you definitely want to take a look at. So I'm going to turn it over to her. Like I said, I'm thrilled about my cast tonight. They are thrilled about sharing this show with you. So at this time, Lucy Lunsford, the theater director of ACT. Thank you.
Like Mike said, my name is Lucy Lunsford. I am the theater manager here at ACTA, and we are so thrilled to have you with us here tonight. This show is our grand reopening after being closed for COVID since March. During that time, we did use the time well while we were closed. We were really excited to have a new stage built. So this is our first performance on our new stage. We are not having concessions for this show, but we do have an exciting fundraiser with items for sale in the back corner, and so at intermission we would love for you to check that out. If you would like to own a piece of ACTA's history, we are selling hand-painted art plaques that were made from pieces of the original ACTA stage that we just replaced. We also have t-shirts and stickers and things like that. If you need to use the restrooms during the show or intermission, we ask you to please observe the social distance exes on the floor, and just to social distance from others as much as possible. At the end of the performance, we ask that you leave the theater, starting with the back rows to exit first, and then moving forward, just to prevent a crowd kind of forming at the door. If you would like to meet and greet the cast, we ask you to exit the building and please walk around the building to the double glass doors that are directly behind me. Those are the doors to our green room. The cast and crew will come out of those doors, so you can wait outside for them in a small lawn area, and they will come out and meet you there. Without further ado, we are very pleased to present Wait Until Dark.
This your place?
Yeah, my place.
When'd you move in here?
A month ago.
Photography. Taught you all this?
Stayed in New York.
You're kidding.
Rehabilitation. It's a new thing for first-time offenders.
So, what do? Cheesecakes? Pin-ups?
All of that.
And all that. You know, I always wanted to be a photographer. How much do you make?
I do all right.
You always have the luck. Some jail they send you to.
What, they didn't teach you a trade inside?
Oh, sure. L and L. 4 hours a day.
L and L?
Laundry and latrines. I'm the new Mr. Clean.
Ah, yeah.
Hey. You're not married, are you?
Hell no. She just comes in to,
So what?
clean up and all.
Huh. Well, she does a little more than that. Lisa?
Lisa, in a dump like this? Not a chance.
Seen it yet?
Not a trace.
Yeah, I've looked.
You bet I looked. She owes me $2 grand.
Same here. Promised me she'd double it for me by the time I got out. Instead, she bolts. I'll kill her.
You couldn't kill anybody. Least of all Lisa.
So, where's the action?
What action?
Like you said in your message. If you want a quick and easy grand, and that's what I want.
Yeah, if you want a quick and easy grand, come to 27 B Brogan, exactly 9 o'clock, the door's open.
Only next time, phone me yourself. If you pop out of there a second sooner, you have one of these in your teeth. You didn't send that message. No? You got the same message?
Just like that. And he hung up.
Who hung up?
I don't know, I figured it was from you.
And all this? Go on then, say it. This isn't your place. And you're flat broke. You're not even a pornographer!
I'm worse than broke. I owe 800 to a loan shark and I'm a month behind in the interest.
Ooh, that's bad.
So I was thinking maybe you could stake me, I don't know, 250? Look, if I don't come up with some juice by Monday, they're taking me to the dentist.
250, he says. And I haven't eaten since I got out. So how much for this?
Camera, you can't give them away. So who lives here?
Give me a minute, I'll find something. Hey, look what we got here. Enough cold cuts to last for a long weekend.
Leave them alone, all right?
Hey, photographer's crafty. Keeps a 20 back in the freezer.
Put it back. Leave all that stuff alone. So who really lives here?
Now, if I can only find where they hid the mustard.
And who sent that message?
You know, it's funny how fast you degenerate as soon as you get out. In stir, I could guzzle up any slop they dish out. Now, if I can't find the mustard, I get the shakes.
What do you sound like?
All right, I got it. I got it. What do those sound like?
The joke of the poem.
Some foreigner. 5 for 1, he wasn't put on.
Where were you when you called?
My usual place. And you?
My usual place.
So?
So,
Lisa.
Lisa. It's gotta be Lisa. I mean, who else knows where to find us both?
What's through there?
Bedroom and bathroom.
Another entrance?
No. Bars in the windows, just like these.
I wonder if this place is bugged. Lisa!
Shh! Shut up, would you?
Come out from wherever you are!
Who is it?
Good evening, Mr. Talman.
You got the wrong place.
Oh, have I? Well, Then could I be interesting you in a rug for your bathroom? At $6.95, I'd be giving it away, but for you, sir.
No rug. Thank you.
Well, then if I may just deliver my message.
From who?
Well, from the party who phoned you not a half an hour ago.
Well, why the hell didn't you say so? Come on.
Thank you, Mr. Talman.
That's not my name. Ow!
I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. I had no idea you were there. Now, I'll be candid and honest with you, gentlemen. Strictly speaking, this is not my rug. I found it in a pile of junk in that torn down building at the back of here. And seeing it's a bit cheesy and a little damp, $1.75 and I'll be on my way.
Look, just give us the message and take that stinking thing out of here.
Where's Lisa?
I beg your pardon, Mr. Talman.
Hey, let's get it straight, Buster. My name's not Talman, and I've never heard of such a guy, all right?
Oh, but it's such a grand name, don't you think? Good old Mike Talman. I think it suits him just fine, don't you? Sergeant Carlino?
Sergeant who?
And you will be Sergeant Carlino.
Hey, come on. Who the hell are you?
I am Herrod Jr. and Sr. from Scarsdale.
Okay, Mr. Roat, Jr. and Sr. The message and out.
Who sent you here?
The message, children, is that once upon a time, there were two small con artists. I do believe they've just gotten out of prison, poor fellows. One was tall and rugged, and would call on a housewife when she was alone and pretend to be an old friend of her husband. The other would show up a little later as a police detective. But the real brains of the outfit was a beautiful and talented girl. She could be anyone, young or old, French or Italian, or Katie from Kansas.
All right. Where is Lisa?
Both men fell for her and would make passes when the other wasn't looking, with quite a pathetic lack of success. Finally, she became bored with them and made an anonymous phone call to the police. Then she disappeared, taking their loot with her. As they say, there's no one quite so gullible as a con man in love.
Who sent you here? And who are you?
If Lisa told you all of these things, why isn't she here?
Where is she?
Are you working for Lisa? Or is Lisa working for you?
We are all now working for Lisa.
Look, you said on the phone a quick and easy grant.
That's correct.
Plus the $2,000 each she already owes us.
You shall have it.
When?
Tomorrow night, if we succeed. If we fail, then nothing.
All right. I'm asking you one more time. Why didn't Lisa come here herself?
Well, perhaps she was a bit shy of meeting you two again without having your money.
Well, then when do we see her?
Tomorrow night, with the merchandise. Well,
Look, we don't even talk till we get $250 each.
well, Lisa said to give you each $500 with the balance upon delivery. Any objections? But first, may we have weapons on the table?
Search me. I'm clean.
Your brass knuckles?
What brass knuckles?
In your right pocket. I simply cannot negotiate in an atmosphere of mistrust. And your little razor blade too, Mr. Talman.
And, how do you protect yourself?
Geraldine protects me. Isn't she beautiful?
And what's she do?
This.
Ah. So then, can we have Geraldine on the table, please?
We may not.
And why the hell not?
Because she is the referee.
Not so fast, Mr. Roat. What's the merchandise?
A child's doll.
Oh, a doll.
A musical doll. Lisa last saw it in Montreal a few days ago, and now she believes it is somewhere in this apartment.
And how did it get here?
Well, while Lisa was in Montreal at the airport, she got into a conversation with a very nice photographer named Sam Hendrix. She asked if he would deliver the doll to her sick little child in the New York hospital, and he was most sympathetic. But before he had a chance to deliver it, Lisa showed up here at this apartment and asked for it herself. And then, much to her surprise, he couldn't find it.
What do you mean he couldn't find it?
He just couldn't find it. Lisa watched him search both of these rooms, and then, finally pretending it was of no importance, she left. That was last night.
Now, this doll, how big is it? And the weight?
Just under 2 pounds.
So you deduct, I don't know, 6-7 ounces for the music box. And
That's a lot of horse.
this is real stuff. Pure heroin.
Nothing has ever been so pure.
That'd be worth over 50 grand. Do you push it yourself?
Now, children, don't be greedy. Let's find the doll first, shall we?
So Lisa sent you here to find this doll. Why does she need us?
This morning, Lisa phoned this number and pretended to be an Italian actress named Lisiana. She scheduled an appointment with Mr. Hendrix to have some portraits taken at his studio tonight. Mr. and Miss Hendrix left this house just before 7. They walked to a movie where he left his wife and went on to his studio where he is still waiting.
Hold it. Hold it. Are you getting any of this?
Yeah, just pay attention.
Well, I'm lost.
Oh, listen.
How? Look, Mr. Roat, I am a first grade dropout.
Kindergarten.
Just give it to me like A, B, C. So Lisa wants them all out of here so she can really go through the place, right?
That is correct.
So right now, the wife is watching a movie, and the photographer is at a studio waiting for some Italian broad who doesn't even exist. How long is he going to wait?
Perhaps we should reassure him. If you'll excuse me. Hello, I'm Mr. Hendrix. This is Giano's restaurant. I have a message from Miss Lisiana. She's so very sorry to be running late. No, wait. She's on her way to you now. I put her in a taxi not 2 minutes ago. A taxi for La Signorina Lisiana Subito. No, she'll be there in a minute. Please be kind and wait for her. Thank you, Mr. Hendrix. Yes, goodbye. Thank you. That should hold him there a bit longer.
So what you're saying is, Lisa has already been here tonight.
Yes, and she searched everywhere and still couldn't find it.
She searched everywhere. Well, how'd she open this?
Yeah, there's a closet locked in the bedroom. I'm going to open it.
It's not in the closet.
It's locked. How do you know?
Lisa looked. She found the key just above the door on the ledge.
And this?
Yeah. Lisa know about this here safe?
She does, and that's why you're here.
Well, this is a little bit out of our element, but we'll have the photographer open it as soon as he gets home. Well, look. We aren't squeamish, Mr. Roat. Are you?
I am. But that's not why you're here. Suppose after some persuasion, the photographer does unlock the safe, and it isn't there. Then what?
The doll's in the safe. You get 5 for 1.
That's a chance Lisa won't take. It could be in there, or he may have taken it somewhere else. He may have even delivered it to the police. We have to slide into this very gently. Believe me, Lisa didn't call you two in for nothing.
Well, what did she say?
She said, don't let them twist any arms, and don't steal anything. Let the wife find the doll and give it to you of her own free will.
This is just like old times, so we con him out of it. You know, you better find out all you can about this guy. This, what's his name again?
Airline ticket. Hendrix, Sam Hendrix. Flew to Montreal last Monday, returned to New York. Yesterday.
Hey, and look what I can see right by the parking lot.
What?
A phone booth.
Good. And 2 blinds. Gives us 9 signals.
Well, 6.
9.
Up, open, and down. 2 3s are a 6.
It's 3 squared, you complete moron.
Well, now you've left me behind.
Well, it's just a little system of ours. One of us goes, zonk, zonk, and then the phone rings. Just leave this to us, Mr. Roat.
Thank you. So the number to that phone booth in the parking lot is 924-5309. Here. And make a note of that number. And there's some information on that wall, Mike.
And, when do we start all this? Tonight?
Tomorrow, a proud grandfather from Asbury Park is going to phone Mr. Hendrix and ask him to come up there to take some photographs of his grandchildren. That's 1 hour by express bus, $75, and stay for dinner. And that gets the husband out of the way. Now there's a Volkswagen bus, mine? Oh, there you are. There's a Volkswagen bus parked out back. I'll meet you there in 10 minutes.
You staying here, Mr. Roat.
Just a quick look around in case I've forgotten anything.
Well, why don't we stay here with you then?
Better not all leave together.
You could be right. All right, let's shove off, Sergeant.
Carlino.
Carlino, yeah. Oh, by the way, the key to that closet in there,
Yes, what about it?
it ain't on the ledge.
Isn't it? Well, Lisa must have taken it with her.
Well, don't you think they'll miss it? I mean, when they get back later on,
They'll each think the other person lost it.
well, let me ask you a question then before we take off.
Yes.
Lisa told you an awful lot, didn't she?
Lisa?
Yeah, Lisa. Little details about how she works and all.
And about us.
We know Lisa. We know Lisa very well.
And she would never tell you any of that stuff.
Unless she had to.
So, what's your question?
The question is, where have you, Mr. Roat, placed the key to that locked closet in there?
All right, back up the stairs, out the door, and turn that way.
Catch it. Now, let's say you put Geraldine on the floor, nice and easy. Drop it.
Children.
Drop it.
Would you settle for this?
Lift it here. Now, let's say you take a seat. Right there, Mr. Roat.
Thank you.
Now, sit down and don't move a muscle.
You dirty little creep. Come on. Don't go in there. Why?
Lisa was just too clever, Mike. I felt sure she knew where it was. But then, too late. Are you forgetting something?
Come on, come on.
But you're already involved, aren't you?
I can prove where I was when this happened.
Oh? And exactly when did this happen? Was it just before you let me in? Now, I am not on parole, and no policeman has ever heard of me.
Well, someone must have seen you with it sometime.
Never? No, I followed her once or twice, but we never actually met until she walked in there tonight.
So all that stuff about us, she told you all that tonight?
That and a great deal more.
Well, you can try and get away with it. But we are out. You're on your own, Mr. Roat. Come on.
No, I'm sorry, Mike. You two came so highly recommended. I need you.
Well, that's just too bad. And now you got a body in there, and you got to figure out what to do with it. Come on.
Oh, children, listen. Think, think, think. If you walk out on me now, I'll simply walk out after you and leave Lisa in there. Now, you've signed your names all over this apartment. And even if you could remember everything you've touched, it would take at least an hour to wipe everything off. Now, I've only touched one thing since you've let me in. And before that, I wore these. Highly recommended. And disposable. You can buy them in enormous rolls from Hamburger Schlemmer. Sergeant, don't forget to say. And the icebox. Now, if you'll just do exactly as I say, the police will never even come in here. So, will you stop running around like a housemaid and listen? You've got all tomorrow to do that. Now, one, get her out of there and wrap her up in this. And then take it out back and dump it where I found it. And I'll meet you at the Volkswagen.
Come on, just let us out of this.
No, I need you.
For what?
Well, everything we planned still holds good. We simply con the wife into giving us the doll, and no one has to get hurt, not even a scratch. Though, there is perhaps one minor difference, that instead of working for Lisa, you are now working for me.
I'd say there's another difference, Mr. Roat. The $2 grand plus one that you're offering us?
Minus is 500, of course.
Yeah, well, I'd say things have changed since then.
Yeah.
Fine, Mr. Talman. 2 plus 2.
We want the $2 grand plus $5 grand each tomorrow night.
Quiet. She's alone. Now, stay exactly where you are and don't even breathe.
Sammy! Sam? Gloria? Sam? Well, what does she look like? The Lysiana. You mean she hasn't even showed up yet? Delayed? For nearly 2 hours? Does she know who you are? Yes, I'm home now. Oh, the movie? It was great. But honey, you should have checked.
It was in Swedish, yole, yole, and not even a note of background music. Well, I tried to walk home, but I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere, so I came by taxi. How else? Yes, a taxi. You mean come over to your studio right now? Oh no, I'm staying right here. When will you be home? 11? Well, in that case, I guess I better trot on over there and help keep the score. Don't worry, I won't cramp your style. Okay, ciao. You little! You. Oh. There. Gloria. Oh, come on. I know you're there. You can't fool me, you know.
Well,
2 plus 5, Mr. Roat.
2 plus 5. Mr. Talman.
Hear about the murder?
Just 2 seconds. What murder?
I found a body outside this morning, somewhere near here.
Who told you?
Well, on the radio. Well, I only caught the end of it. Is it some woman from Scarsdale or somewhere?
You making this up.
Why should I?
It's a ploy to make you stay home.
It is not.
Okay, windows. You'd rather I didn't go?
Serious?
Of course.
Well, no. Well, I mean, yes. I mean, I always want you to stay home, but not because someone's been murdered, but because of me. Do you need the ceiling light?
Yes, please. It's a bit gloomy. That one I need.
Oh, sorry.
Now, quick check. Phone number for police emergency.
Just dial 0 and say you're blind.
Operators get busy and don't answer.
Oh, well, that urgent? Then the murder does worry you.
Now this one you must know. 440-1234.
Wait till I get my sugar lumps. Okay. So, it's 440-1234. It's these easy ones that always fool me. Okay, so it's 4, not 044, not 040, but 440-1234.
Then ask for the 6th precinct.
6th precinct, 4 plus 2, okay. Doctor's office, 942-6381. Need the Chinese laundry.
Now my bus leaves at 5 and they return from where?
Asbury Park,
At?
every hour on the hour.
Okay. I'll phone you as soon as I get there and again when I'm leaving. Oh, and if that doll woman phones, just tell her I still have it out.
Okay.
And try to get her phone.
Well, maybe Gloria's seen the doll.
No, she hasn't. I asked her mother. But let Gloria look around for her while she's down here. It must be somewhere.
That child is not coming here today.
Just to do your shopping. Grocery list and $5 on the table.
No, Gloria! Okay, where is it?
Not listening.
Not listening.
Near the table. What's wrong with Gloria?
Everything. She can't even close the icebox. Am I anywhere near?
Yes, but you're not searching. Try 5 degrees to your left. If she doesn't close the icebox, just say close the icebox.
And if she still doesn't?
And just say, that's the girl, thanks.
What do you mean, that's the girl, thanks?
It's just a little trick I learned in the Marine, sweetheart. Always assume an order's been carried out. Then if she hasn't closed it already, she'll be so embarrassed that she will.
Gloria is not a Marine, and she doesn't embarrass that easily. I'd have much rather had a dog.
Dog that can't shop at the supermarket.
Dogs can't rearrange the furniture either. That's Gloria's latest hobby. Whenever we're away, she takes her mother's key and she comes down here and she turns everything around. I nearly broke both my legs last night. Now where has she hid the garbage pail? I have been hunting for it all morning.
Here. Now you put it back where it belongs.
Where was it?
On top of the washer, where you must have left it.
It was Gloria.
Oh, come on now. Take it easy on this kid. Her daddy's just left him again, and her mother's out looking for him. She's been battering back and forth like a sawed-off shuttlecock. And on top of that, she now has to wear glasses for the first time. Well, by the way, call her 4 Eyes.
4 Eyes.
The glasses. That's what the kids are calling her, and she can't take it, so they'll go on until she can.
So?
So if we call her that too, she'll get used to it much quicker.
I don't know if I dare.
Now you're scared of a 9-year-old girl? The icebox needs defrosting, but my way this time.
Your way. And if I burn both my hands off?
Don't. I'll go teams in the emergency room.
Defrost the icebox. Do I have to have a project every time you're away?
If it stops raining, try walking to my studio and back. And don't cheat.
Did I cheat last night?
How about that old lady who helped you across 6th Avenue?
You were watching.
Only while you crossed 6th. How about it, huh? Just once to the studio and back, all by yourself?
Do I have to be the world's champion blind woman?
Yes.
How about a little bronze medal every now and again? I'm an awfully good loser.
Much sooner have a winner. I'm holding out for you, sweetheart.
Oh, you cheat! And I've been there once before. Just don't ever leave me.
Bad chance.
So, is he waiting for you at the bus station?
Yes, he is. I'm going to meet him at the cafeteria.
No. I meant the woman who never showed up last night, Lisiana.
Oh, her. Yes. She went on ahead to get the back seat.
Oh.
Whoa. Nowhere near.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were right there.
I'm here. Now take it easy.
But you have to admit, that was my first lucky punch in weeks.
Yes, you were lucky. And I've got a nosebleed. And I'm going to miss that class.
Oh, wait, but one more thing before you go. Where does the icebox plug in?
Huh?
The refrigerator, where does it plug into the wall?
Oh, you'll figure it out. And don't ask Gloria either.
I don't need Gloria. I certainly don't need you. so small, but I think there's something on fire. It may just be a cigarette, but I'm blind, you see, and I can't quite seem to locate it. Can you send somebody over right away, or would it be quicker if I just called the police? Oh, I'm sorry. It's 27B Rogan Street. Oh, just a second. I think there's someone here. Come in!
Mrs. Hendrix, my name is Talman.
Come in, please, sir. I think there's something on fire. Can you see anything?
Look out! Are you all right? Easy now.
Can you see it anywhere? I'm blind, you see.
I've got it. Just a cigarette and a tray, a little piece of paper. Must have caught fire. It's taken care of.
Thank you. Where was the ashtray?
On this, beneath the flower painting.
So silly of me. I can never quite tell where smoke is coming from. I don't know you, do I?
No, Mrs. Hendrix. My name is Talman, Mike Talman. I used to know Sam.
Oh, well, I'm Susy Hendrix.
Hello?
But I'm afraid you just missed him. He won't be back till tonight.
Oh, that's a shame. I have to fly back to Phoenix in just a couple of hours.
I'm sorry.
It's my fault. I should have called, of course. And I tried last night about 9 o'clock.
Yes, we were out. Do you come often to New York?
Here's your laundry.
Thank you.
No, but some friends of mine lent me their apartment for a few days. They're very close to here. And then I thought I saw Sam last night on 8th Street. I was passing by in a cab. So I decided to look him up.
Well,
In the phone
yes.
book.
He has a studio near there. Well, sit down, won't you?
Yes. Just for a few minutes. I see he's still a camera bug.
Yes. He started studying it just after he left the Marines. Is that where you...
Yes, it was.
You were in the...
It's been years. A man could almost forget. Oh, well, of course I remember.
No, I got it. The 3rd Training Battalion.
Charlie Company. That's it. Good old Charlie Company. Say, did you know Sam in those days?
No. We just met about a year ago, just after my accident. We got married 6 months later.
So you lost your sight in an accident, did you?
Yes, an automobile accident.
I first met Sam when we were about 5 feet underwater. But I guess he's told you that one.
No.
I drove my Jeep straight down into a canal. I guess that's the day you could say Sam saved my life.
That makes 2 of us.
Well, really?
Yes. I was practicing crossing at the lights, and all the cars started piling up all around, and then Sam yanked me out, and he wasn't very polite about it either.
Oh boy, you don't have to tell me.
Were you scared of him?
Yes, I think we all were. Until we got to know him, of course. He was just a perfectionist, I guess.
Oh, well, he still is. He's the one who should be blind. He'd be awfully good at it.
Blind Sam. I'm sorry, Mrs. Hendrix. I shouldn't joke about it.
No, it's all right. He really would be the world's champion blind man. Gloria? Who is it?
A little girl?
Come in, Gloria.
She went out. So, does Sam get back up to Canada every now and then?
Yes. Actually, he was just there last week visiting his parents.
Oh.
Did you ever meet them?
No, I never had that opportunity. Well, I am so sorry to have missed it, ma'am.
Well, drop us a card the next time we go around.
I will, Mrs. Hendrix.
Susie.
Susan. Well, I better go sort through my bag. So, would you please just say hello to Sam for me?
Yes, and your name again was?
Talman. Mike Talman.
Mike Talman.
That's it.
Well, goodbye then.
Goodbye.
And thank you for helping put out the... Oh my God! Hello? Oh, you're still there. Well, I'm terribly sorry, but the fire's out. Well, as a matter of fact, it wasn't in here at all. It was upstairs. Just some soup on the stove that had burnt up, but you could smell it for blocks. Well, there was a little girl up there and she was supposed to be watching it, but you know how they are sometimes. Oh, no. She's all right. Everything's okay now. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, how awful. Mike? Mike?
What? Soup.
Oh. Hello, Gloria.
And who's that man who was in here?
That was Mr. Talman. He's an old friend of Sam's.
Oh, I see. Is the grocery list ready?
Yes, on the table with $5. Can you see it?
Yeah, I have it. What else?
Nothing else. My job for today is to defrost the icebox, if you'd like to help me. What did you do then?
Switched it to defrost, of course.
No, that's not how we do it.
It is too. I've done it for about hundreds of times.
Not with this one. If you switch this one to defrost, the jars will crack open, the milk will freeze solid. We have to do it Sam's way. We'll just unplug it from the back, take everything out, and put it into...
Okay! Do it Sam's way then. I'll go to the AP.
Did you shut the door of the icebox?
Yes.
I didn't hear it shut.
Okay, then it's open.
Then will you shut it, please?
Can't you shut it yourself? It's right by you.
That's the girl. Thanks.
For what? Oh,
I thought you closed it.
well, I didn't.
Look here, Four Eyes. Let's get one thing perfectly clear. When I opened the door last night, did you drop that on purpose?
Yes.
Then pick it up now.
Don't you ever call me that again. I'm not stealing.
Steal? Who said anything about you stealing?
You did. I never did a thing like that. You told Mother I stole in childcares. What would I want with a silly doll?
I said nothing of the kind, and whatever it is that you threw down, pick it up at once.
And don't you shout at me. I don't like being shouted at. Understand?
Just stop! Just stop it! Whatever you're doing, just stop it, you little soft, shut up!
What did you say?
I'm sorry, Gloria. I shouldn't have said that.
What does it mean?
Nothing. It just popped out. You see what happens when you push somebody too far.
I know some dirty words too, you know.
Well, and I wouldn't have called you Four Eyes either.
So why did you?
Doesn't Sam call you that?
Sam likes me. He can call me what he likes.
Oh, well, I see. Oh, thanks. I'll tell him.
What will you tell him? If you tell Sam anything about this, I'll tell him.
What?
About the man who is in here now. I heard.
What do you mean, I heard?
From M. Talman, Arizona. Well,
What have you got there?
he left a package on the safe. By mistake, I'm sure.
You better leave that there.
Of course. He'll be back.
I don't like you today. I think you better go.
Okay, I'll go then. I close the icebox.
And leave the grocery list and the $5. I'll do it myself. Oh, but before you go, pick up all of these things that you threw down and put them back where they go. And if you don't know, then just give it to me.
Will you tell Sam?
I tell Sam everything.
Then pick them up yourself.
Okay? I will. Now go on, get out, beat it. And don't ever come back down here again.
Please don't tell Sam. Susie, I wanted to help you today.
Thanks, honey, I'll put that away. Just tell me what's broken. Don't be afraid.
Nothing's broken. I only threw the unbreakables.
Oh, well, that was crafty of you. Who taught you that?
Daddy.
Does he throw things a lot?
Boy, he sure did the night he left. He went around the whole apartment throwing all the unbreakables on the floor. But Mother finally got wise and said, well, just look at you. You can't even break them. And when we woke up, he'd gone. Look out!
What is it?
I'm sorry, Susie. It's just a small kitchen knife. It looks sharp.
It is. Thank you. Who is it?
call me Four Eyes one day with light, but not just yet, if you don't mind.
I would like to speak to Mr. Sam Hunt.
I beg your pardon, but who are you, please?
Where is she? Where's Mrs. Roat?
I'm afraid you've got the wrong house. I'm Mrs. Hendrix. But who are you? Please, you see, I'm blind.
May I have a glass of water? I'm not feeling very well.
Okay, hold on. If you'll wait right there, I'll get it for you. What are you doing in there? Sir?
And you tell Sam Hunt, if he doesn't leave her alone, I'll kill him!
Hi, it's Mike Talman again. I'm afraid I left a package here. Oh, there it is.
Mike, please stop him. I don't know who he is.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Don't touch me! Don't you dare touch me! Ah! I have found it! I found it in the house of sin!
Wait a minute. Come back here.
Taxi! Taxi!
Mike!
What happened?
I don't know. He just barged in here and he went into the bedroom and then I heard a whole lot of noise and then...
He emptied your drawers all over the bedroom floor. Susie, I'll call the police.
The number is 440-1234. But Mike, what will I do if he comes back?
1, 2, 3, 4. You're safe with me, Susie. I'll just take a later flight back to Phoenix, okay? I'll stay until Sam gets back, all right?
Yes, thank you.
But Sergeant, I have to fly back to Phoenix tonight.
Well, maybe that little girl will be able to identify him. Just write your address down here, will you?
All right.
And how many apartments are in this house, Mrs. Hendrix?
Only 2. It's this one and the one upstairs.
And you said he was waving something in his hand, Mr. Talman.
Yes, a thin leather book. All right, here's my address.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Hendrix. It's just a little dark in here. This your permanent address, Mr. Talman?
Yes, it is.
Well, I won't bother you any longer. And don't worry, Mrs. Hendrix. If your husband does find anything missing, he'll let me know, I'm sure.
Yes, he will. And thank you for coming so quickly.
You are entirely welcome.
Hello? Yes, just a moment. Sergeant?
I'll see if I can catch him. Sergeant, are you still out there? You're wanted on the phone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Hendrix. Looks like it's going to be one of those days. Carlino. Yes, Lieutenant. You mean he just walked in? A doll. You haven't told him yet? All right, give me a minute. You understand?
Did they find that old man?
Mrs. Hendrix, I didn't want to alarm you, but maybe I should ask a couple questions while I'm here. You see, there was a woman who was found here this morning, and
Yes, I know.
you say you know her.
No, I heard about it on the radio.
Oh, I see. And your husband didn't know her by any chance.
No.
Of course he didn't.
I'm sorry, Mr. Talman, but we've been told to make inquiries. You didn't notice anything peculiar that night, Mrs. Hendrix.
No. But we were out most of the night.
You and your husband were together all evening, I suppose.
Well, no. I went to a movie for about an hour, and he was working at his studio.
Was anyone else with him?
Hey, what is this?
He was supposed to meet someone to photograph, but they never showed.
Are you questioning Mrs. Hendrix for any particular reason?
I'm not questioning her, Mr. Talman.
Well then, Sergeant, why are you taking notes?
Mike.
I'm not taking notes. I was only checking to see
To see what?
if there was anything I did want to ask.
Well, if there is, I suggest you wait until Mr. Hendrix returns home, all right?
Now look, I'm allowed to talk now, aren't I?
Yes, and you can ask questions, but Mrs. Hendrix doesn't have to answer any of them. And if they didn't teach you that at the police academy, I suggest you read the Constitution.
All right. No more questions.
Now, have the police managed to pick up that doddering old man?
Mr. Talman, you're not a lawyer by any chance.
Oh, happily I am not.
No, I didn't think you were.
Well, some help he is. That old man could be in New Jersey by now.
Mike,
Yes?
is this room very dirty?
No, why?
Just that sergeant kept dusting everything just now. Didn't you notice?
No, I didn't, did he?
Yes, over by the refrigerator and over in that corner.
I'll get it, Susie. Probably the sergeant with more nonsensical questions for you. Hello, come on in.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Hunt.
No, Mr. and Mrs. Hendrix live here.
Hendrix? I beg your pardon, but this is 27B Grogan Street?
Yes, 27B Grogan, but,
Well, my name is Roat. Harry Roat Jr. May I ask if an elderly gentleman dropped by today?
oh, I wouldn't say he dropped by exactly. He ransacked the place.
Mr. Hendrix, if I may come in, you see, that man was my father.
Yes, please come in.
Thank you.
Mr. Roat, Mrs. Hendrix is blind, right?
Oh, I understand. Thank you.
Mike.
Is he okay?
Yes. I'm sorry. Mr. Roat.
Mrs. Hendrix, I'm so sorry all this has happened. I do hope my father wasn't rude in any way.
We tore her bedroom apart. I'd say that was pretty rude, wouldn't you?
Goodness. I can reassure you that this is not as serious matter as you may think, Mr. Hendrix.
No. My name is Talman. I'm a friend of Mr. Hendrix.
Mr. Talman, I can assure you that although my father may appear erratic at times, he would never...
What, hurt anyone?
Well, certainly
We just told
not.
Mrs. Hendrix that...
Gloria,
It's only your groceries. I can come back later.
leave them now if you like.
What did my father say?
He said that if some man didn't leave some woman alone, that he was going to kill him.
Did he mention the name Sam Hunt?
Yes, I think that's what he said.
I think I could clear all this up quite easily. You see, Mrs. Hendrix, I believe my father thinks you're married to a photographer named Sam Hunt.
Well, as you can see, my husband is a photographer, but we can clear all of this up right away. Mike, there's a photograph on the dresser in the bedroom, a wedding photograph of Sam and me. Can you see it?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid that wouldn't help me. You see, I've never actually met this man. I've never seen him.
Well, who is he anyway?
About 3 years ago, my wife was on vacation in Montreal, and my father claims that she and this man became acquainted.
Well, so your wife meets a man some 3 years ago, and now your father is threatening to kill him? For what?
Well, my father alleges that they've been seeing each other from time to time ever since. And Mrs. Hendrix, I'm sorry, but if you'll excuse me, I have to go find my father.
Mr. Roat, before you go, please clear up something I don't understand. How did you get here? Did you follow your father here today?
Well, in a way, yes, I did.
Then you were here this whole time while he was in here? Why didn't you stop him?
Well, I didn't follow him here exactly.
Well, then how exactly did you find this address?
I was hoping not to have to tell you this.
Please, just tell us.
Well, Mrs. Hendrix, I believe that my father followed my wife to this apartment.
When?
Last Sunday. My father invited us to his club for dinner, and my wife arrived late and said she couldn't stay because she was calling on a friend of hers that was flying to Montreal the next day, and she had something to give him. And my father became very testy and wanted to know who this man was and what it was she had to give him. Then my wife became annoyed, and she said, well, if you must know, it's that doll of mine, the one you broke. And then she got up and left.
A doll, did you say?
Yes, a musical doll.
Was it,
Yes.
So you're saying Mrs. Roat was going to give a doll to a friend who was going to Canada
Yes.
last Monday?
That's right.
Why did she have to do that?
Well, because this doll wasn't just a toy. It had been specially made for my wife. It played a little tune that was a favorite of hers. But this friend of hers said he could take it back to the makers, have it repaired, and bring it back. The night she walked out on us, my father turned to me and said, I bet it's that doll that Sam Hunt gave her. And then the next morning I found this scrap of paper under my door that said, Dear Harry, Sam Hunt lives at 27B Grogan Street, Greenwich Village. Dad. Well, then this morning, when I phoned him to tell him that Luciana had not come home last night.
Who didn't come home last night?
Luciana, my wife. But she frequently visits Manhattan and decides to stay with friends. And she always calls us to let us know where she's going to be, but so far we haven't heard anything.
Shall I get it, Susie? Hello? Yes. Yes, just a minute. Susie, I'm sorry. It's that Sergeant Carlino again. He wants to talk to you. Susie?
Well, what does he want?
Excuse me, Mrs. Hendrix. I must leave.
Let me take a message. Well, as a matter of fact, his son is here right now. Mr. Roat, don't go. They want to speak to you.
Who?
The police.
No, say that I've gone.
But Mr. Roat, it's about your wife.
What?
And your father is down at the police station right now.
Hello? Speaking? That's right. No, she didn't, but... What? Is she hurt? No, tell me now.
Oh, Mr. Roat, don't go.
You're not going, Mike.
No, I'm not going. He just left left the door wide open. Well, that is some family, isn't it? The Roats. The old man just walked into Carlino's office. It seems that Mrs. Roat suffered some kind of accident.
She's dead.
What?
She was murdered just outside here last night.
You knew that? You knew that the whole time he was here?
I only realized it when he was on the phone just now. Well, the sergeant must have told him. Well, I heard about it on the radio. I think they even mentioned her name, only I wasn't listening properly. Mike, will you phone the bus station at Asbury Park and have them get Sam to phone me immediately?
Oh, I sure will, Susie. But look, don't concern yourself with what that old man is going to say. He is obviously nuts.
But Mike, there's something you don't know.
What?
Sam did bring a child's doll back from Canada.
Well, it can't be the same one.
But exactly like the one he described just now. Well, I was helping Sam unpack and I must have knocked it off the bed because it played a few notes. So I picked it up and I said, "Ah, surprise," or something like that. Well, I thought it was a present for me. But Sam said, no, it was for a little girl in a hospital, and that some woman he had met in the airport in Montreal had asked him to give it to her. Someone he said he had never met before.
Well, Susie, are you saying then that Sam took this doll to a hospital?
No, this woman. Well, it must have been Mrs. Roat. She came by here last night looking for the doll, but Sam couldn't find it anywhere. Well, it must still be here somewhere. Well, and that Italian woman who never showed up last night, Luciana, that's Mrs. Roat too.
Now, Susie, try not to be upset. Maybe Sam did know this woman. There's nothing so serious about that, is there?
Mike, can you see a photograph of Sam and me on the dresser in the bedroom, a wedding photograph in a leather frame?
No, I don't see it on the dresser. But wait. That's what the old man was carrying when he ran out of here.
They've taken a photograph of Sam to the police.
Exactly. So, Susie, let's phone Sergeant Carlino and discuss it with him.
No, we mustn't tell the police anything. You heard the sergeant on the phone just now asking about the doll, and all those questions about Sam and where he was last night and the murdered woman. They must think that Sam killed her.
Susie.
What is it?
I see a police car parked right down the street. And Susie, they're watching this house. Asbury Park bus station.
Let me speak to him.
He took a 5 o'clock from Manhattan. Are you sure? He wasn't on it.
Oh, he must have been.
Well, maybe he just missed it.
If he had, he would have phoned. Let me speak to them. Oh!
Susie. you all right?
No! That does it, Mike. That's the third time in nearly half an hour, and I just broke a lamp in the bedroom.
Well, let me help you.
No! Just leave me alone. It's no good, Mike. I can't.
Well, Susie, maybe if you could just remember where Sam keeps the key to that file cabinet.
We'll just have to wait for Sam to get back. I just can't understand why he hasn't phoned by now.
No, Susie, we can't wait for Sam. Susie, we have to find that doll and destroy it. Anything else that could connect Sam to Mrs. Roat, and before Carlino gets back. If we don't...
Back of the freezer.
What do you mean, back of the freezer?
The key to the filing cabinet. I knew it was someplace funny. Can you see it?
Yes, it's frozen in. I can get it.
There should be a $20 bill back there, too. Is it there?
Yes, I see it.
We put that there when we moved in, just in case we ever starved to death. Is the doll there?
No doll, but I found this.
Now we're off. These are all the keys that we have. There's one for everything that's locked. Can you find a small key on a large paper clip with a tag?
Small suitcase.
Yes, that's the one. That's where Sam keeps all his important papers and stuff. And Mike,
Yes?
I'm feeling much better now.
Good. Good, Susie.
Mike,
Here, Susie.
here, will you open this?
Yes, of course.
Is the doll there?
No doll. Here.
Here. We better look these over just in case. Can you see all right?
See what?
Read the letters.
Well, yes, the light's on, so...
If any of them are from her, don't read them to me, just burn them in the sink. Well,
No, they're all from you, Susie, and I have to say, you typed very well.
what a relief. I didn't realize Sam was a hoarder. I nearly didn't show them to you. And, you haven't found anything yet of hers?
No, and we've looked just about everywhere, haven't we? Except for this safe. I really just noticed that you have one.
This is the light that hangs down from the ceiling, right?
Yes?
On now?
On? Why?
It's nothing. It's just that earlier I noticed that Carlino had to open the blinds in order to read something, but this switch was on. I felt it.
Well, it's on now anyway. And Susie, do you think Sam could have placed that doll in the safe? Susie?
In the safe? No, it couldn't be in there. And Mr. Roat did the same thing.
Did what?
He opened the blinds, didn't he?
I don't know, did he?
Well, I presume he didn't close them. Mike, did you notice how I sort of jumped when Roat Jr. came downstairs?
Yes, but why?
It's just for a second there, I thought he was the old man.
You mean that they were together?
Yes. I mean, I realized right away that I was wrong, but he had the exact same walk as his father, and the same shoes.
You mean they sounded alike?
But exactly alike. New shoes. And one of them squeaked a little bit. You probably did notice.
No, I didn't.
You're wearing old loafers. Sam wears those most of the time. Is that police car still outside?
Yes, and they're still looking this way.
Can you see their faces?
Not very well.
Try. It's very important.
What?
This may surprise you, Mike, but is one of those men Mr. Roat?
Mr. Roat?
Well, is it?
Are you talking about the old man or the younger one?
Roat Jr.
No. I mean, what would he be doing in a police car?
There's a radio in that car, isn't there?
I don't know. Suppose there is.
I was just wondering. Do you think that Mr. Roat could be a policeman too?
Susie, what would make you think a thing like that?
First of all, Carlino. He fiddles with the blinds. Then almost immediately, the police phone and ask to speak with him. And then Roat fiddles with the blinds, and Carlino phones him.
But he didn't. He phoned you.
Or did he?
I see. You've come to believe that they're sending secret messages through the blinds and the police radio?
Something like that. Well, you have to admit, if they did suspect Sam, it would be a pretty neat trick. When Roat first mentioned that doll, I nearly told him all about it.
Susie, I just don't think the police work that way.
You see, I know Mr. Roat's story, and Sam's just don't match. Only I've forgotten something.
What?
I know Sam, and I don't know Mr. Roat at all, do I?
Susie, look. If Sam can explain all of this, fine. There's nothing to worry about. But if he can't, I want to help him. Susie, why don't you want to talk to me about the safe?
The safe? Well, it just couldn't be in there. Well, it just isn't ours. The woman who lived here before us, she tried to sell it to us for $200, then $100, then $50. And when we finally made it clear to her that we just didn't want it, she locked it. And she walked out, and as she was leaving, Sam saw her deliberately throw the key down the drain outside.
Susie, are you making this up?
Of course not. Why should I?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I'd feel comfortable opening my safe in front of a complete stranger, even if I could watch it.
Now, have I been treating you like a complete stranger?
Well, not exactly, no.
I just hope the doll is in that safe. Then nobody could find it, could they?
I wouldn't be so certain. If the police come back here with a search warrant, and they might, they could easily have this safe open. Have you thought about that?
Open this safe without a key?
No. They could easily have it drilled open.
Well, let's just hope they tried. That would take hours, wouldn't it? By that time, Sam will be home.
Well, you could be right, but you'd better make sure whether it's in there.
You really believe?
Not now, but when I'm gone.
Well, you're going where?
Yes, back to the apartment where I've been staying.
Why?
I have to put my bags together. I'll be right back.
Do you have to go right now?
Yeah, someone else is moving in tonight. I have to return the key.
Well, you better leave me your phone number.
What number?
Where you're going now.
Well, it's just around the corner.
Well, but what if you're delayed? Or if I find the doll?
Susie, I'll call you just as soon as I get there, all right?
Well, then could you at least give me the name of your friend or the address so I can call information?
Well, I might have the number here somewhere. But can you remember it?
Of course I can. Just a second. Okay, ready?
WA4
All right, so that's 924, same as this one. Okay, go on.
5309.
5309. Ugh, that's a stinker. So 539. There's always one magic number. Okay. I'll be 30 in 2 years. That's almost 3, isn't it? 3 3s are 9, and twice 3 is 6, except it's 5 and not 6. So it's 3. So 924 530. I mean 309. 5309.
Yes, that's it. Well, how long can you remember that?
About 2.5 minutes. So hurry.
I will.
And lock the street door and this door as you go out. I'll let you in.
Okay.
Oh, Mike,
Yes.
I just don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come by me today. It's locked. Can you see that phone booth from upstairs?
From under the bedroom, I think.
Okay, good. Write down our phone number, quickly. Quickly now. And listen carefully. This is difficult. I want you to go upstairs and watch that phone booth. Don't take your eyes off of it, not even for a second. Now, if anyone from that Volkswagen comes out and makes a phone call, I want you to phone me immediately after they come out. Can you do that?
Sure I can.
Only the Volkswagen people, and only after they come out of the phone booth.
No problem.
Wait. I've got a better idea. When you phone me, I won't answer. Just let it ring twice and then hang up.
I know, like a signal. There's a friend of Daddy's who does that, only she does it 7 times. Oh, wait, honey. Susie?
Yes?
If you need anything, just bang on that water pipe. You can hear it all over the house.
Where is it?
It's by the stove. I'll show you.
Who is it?
It's Sergeant Carlino.
Just a second, Sergeant. I'm on the phone. Won't be a moment. Yes, honey. That's a wonderful idea. A box of Kleenex and a large bottle of aspirin. Oh, no, that's everything, honey. I've got to go. I think someone's at the door. Bye. Sergeant, I'm so sorry to have kept you waiting, but I'm glad that you dropped by. I think there were some kids playing out back earlier, and I think maybe one of them broke a window in the bathroom. Would you mind taking a look?
I've got more important things to do, Mrs. Hendrix.
But it would only take a moment. If you would, please.
There's nothing wrong with the bathroom window.
What about this one?
It's okay.
Oh, I was sure I heard some glass breaking. Well, thanks for looking anyway. Was there something you wanted to ask me?
I understand that a Mr. Roat called on you just now.
Yes, he did.
I just thought you should know that the woman who was murdered was his wife.
Oh?
You don't seem very surprised to hear that.
Oh, well, it's just from the way her husband behaved on the phone, I just figured something had happened.
You seem to have been looking for something since the last time I was here.
Yes, I was looking for some bags for the vacuum cleaner.
Oh, some bags for the vacuum cleaner. Well, maybe I can help you find her.
Oh no, don't bother.
Oh, no bother at all. You know, the other day, my wife lost her only can opener. And you'll never guess where I found it.
Washing machine.
That's right. Just thought you might have done the same thing.
Well, thank you, but I'd just rather you not look for them right now.
Are you sure that's what you were looking for, Mrs. Hendrix? Are you sure you weren't looking for a doll?
A doll? Well, I don't know what you mean.
A doll that your husband brought back from Canada and Mrs. Roat came here to collect.
My husband never knew Mrs. Roat.
We know he did. Mr. Roat now recognizes your husband from a photograph that his father has.
A photograph that he stole from our
The
bedroom.
old man realizes that he's seen your husband and Mrs. Roat together several times. Now, where else might that doll be? In the safe, perhaps.
Why would my husband need to keep a doll in a safe?
And if it wasn't there, you couldn't open it. Now, could you?
As a matter of fact, I could.
You could.
Yes.
Then will you open it?
For you?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Certainly not. You'll need a warrant to open that safe, you know it.
I'll get a warrant in no time.
Then you'll have to drill it open, so get no help from me.
It won't take us 20 minutes to drill open the safe and before your husband gets back. Until then, you are not to leave this house.
Oh, Sergeant. Is Mr. Roat still at the 6th precinct?
He's probably left by now. Why?
It's just, I had something I wanted to talk to him about. It's very important. Could you give me his phone number, please?
His phone number.
Yes. Now, you're not going to tell me he didn't give it to you.
Well, of course he did. I don't have it on me. Maybe you can dial information. He lives in Scarsdale.
No, I tried, and it's not listed. Wait, I know how I can find out.
What are you doing?
440-1234. They'll connect me to the 6th precinct, and they will give me Mr. Roat's phone number.
Hang on. That number is for police emergencies only. I can dial my office direct. There's a chance he may still be there.
Thank you.
Carlino, is Mr. Roat still there? No, the son. Mrs. Hendrix would like to speak to him.
Thank you. Mr. Roat? Yes. My husband's friend, Mr. Talman, has just spoken with the lawyer, and he has advised us that if your father makes any further accusations against my husband, we will take immediate action. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Thank you, Mr. Roat.
Your lawyer friend isn't going to stop me, Mrs. Hendrix. And I'll be right back with the warrant. Oh, that could be for me.
Hello? No one there. They must have hung up.
I'll be right back. And with the search warrant.
I'll be here. Mike, I've got it. I've got the doll. I'll tell you when you get here. Just come over right away. Oh, Mike, I was right about Mr. Roat. He is a detective. He and Carlino have been... Well, just hurry. I think I hear the sergeant again. Sergeant? Sergeant Carlino? Did you forget something? Sergeant?
Susie?
I'm coming, Mike. Hold on. I'm coming.
got it?
Yes?
Well, where is it?
Gloria?
What's the matter?
Just for a second, I thought there was someone else there.
Well, I didn't shut the door completely. I'll get it. That's there.
Is it still raining outside?
Yes, it is still raining. Susie, where is the doll?
You'll see. It won't be a second.
Where are you going?
Mike, where's that box of keys?
Table just in front of you. Is it in the safe?
There should be a key ring with 3 keys on it, 1 large and 2 small. Can you see it?
Is it in the safe?
No. But I did look there.
You did. When?
Just after you'd gone.
What was all that about some old lady?
Oh, well, I was making that up. I thought you realized. After all, like you said, I don't know you very well. You aren't hurt, are you?
Are these the ones you want?
Yes, that's it. Good.
Susie, you said you had found the doll.
I know where it is.
Where?
It's locked up in a desk
A desk.
in Sam's studio.
How do you know it's there?
Well, do you remember that little girl who came down here earlier when Mr. Roat was here?
Yes, of course.
Well, she told me. She phoned me from the drugstore.
When was that?
Just after you left. She had phoned to ask if I needed anything, and I thought, well, I had her on the phone, I might as well ask her if she'd seen the doll at home. By golly, she had.
When?
Yesterday morning. I had sent her over to Sam's studio to get some money for me. Well, she often does my shopping for me. She walked into Sam's little studio. There on the desk was the doll. Well, she thought it was a present for her, of course, but Sam said no, it was for another little girl. And then he locked it in his desk.
That is a mighty strange place to put a doll.
Well, that's what she said. What a funny place to put a doll. What do you have to lock it up for?
And what did Sam have to say to that?
He said something rather odd.
What?
He said, but this is a doll that even grown-ups would like to have.
Susie, are you making this story up as well?
You could go ask her if you like. She's probably still there. It's the drugstore on the corner of 6th Avenue and 4th Street.
Where are you going with that knife?
There's a John behind Sam's studio. I'm going to slice that doll into tiny pieces and flush it away.
No, Susie, you can't go.
Of course I can. I've been going there by myself for weeks.
I'll find it much quicker.
What if the studio is locked? And if someone saw you go in?
I'll be careful. Now, which one is the key?
The large one lets you in. One of the small ones opens the desk. If you open the middle drawer, they'll all pop open. But Mike,
Yes?
you will come back to it.
Yes, just as soon as I have the doll.
Find the doll. We'll dispose of it here.
I agree. Now, where's the studio?
It's 78 West 8th Street.
78 West 8th. I'll find it.
But Mike,
Yes?
please be careful. That sergeant came back here while you were gone.
Oh, he did. But you didn't let him in.
Well, I had to. You should have seen us. The sergeant was at the door. The safe was wide open. The phone started ringing and then the doorbell, and I couldn't tell which was which.
Well, what did he want?
Well, he just had a whole bunch of silly questions about the doll. But I could hear him searching for it everywhere. He even looked in the washing machine. Can you imagine? But it's okay now. Everything's all right. He now thinks it's in the safe. And he's going to get a warrant and have it drilled open. And by that time, there just won't be any doll, will there?
No, there sure won't.
Now go on, Mike, and hurry.
Okay,
And lock this door as you leave, and the street door too.
I will.
Good luck.
Door's locked.
Who is it?
It's me, Gloria.
Good. Honey, lock that door.
Did you get my 2 signals?
Yes, you were wonderful. Now, who was it that came out of the phone booth?
The last one was Sam's friend,
Mr. Talman. And before that,
the man with glasses.
who?
The man I thought was a detective.
It's Mr. Roat.
And they all left the house when the police started. So who was in here? They went back to the Volkswagen. Susie, are Mr. Talman and Mr. Roat police detectives too?
Maybe. But I don't want to take any chances until Sam gets back. Look, honey, do you know where the Port Authority bus terminal is?
What?
It's the... Just ask for the biggest bus station in New York. It's near 42nd Street.
Near 42nd Street.
Right. Once you go back out, the back way, take the first taxi that you can find. Oh, and here. Take all the money that's in this, all of it.
There isn't any.
Okay, well, someone will help you when you get to the bus station. I want you to ask for where the buses come in from Asbury Park. Asbury Park, say that.
Asbury Park.
Meet every bus that comes in from there. Stay all night if you have to. Sam will be on one of them. Can you do that?
Sure, what shall I tell him?
Everything. Sam will know what to do.
About the doll?
About the doll and the 3 men and the Volkswagen, everything you can think of. Go on. Oh, wait, and honey, before you go, could you find me some ammonia and vegetable oil?
Sure, where are they?
Under the sink? Ammonia.
Got it.
Okay, I want you to pour some of the ammonia into this vase. Quite a lot. Just watch out for your eyes.
Oh, what's this stuff for?
It's for just in case. Just a little bit more. Okay, good. And now some vegetable oil on the top just to stop it from smelling. Okay, good. Now put those bottles away back where you found them. And, can you see a fuse box anywhere?
A what?
There's a fuse box along the wall somewhere. I think it's near the stairs. Will you take me to it? Yes. Okay, now honey, I want you to go all around the apartment turning on all the lights. Can you do that? Start in the bedroom.
On or off?
On.
Okay.
I'm not mad at you, honey. I'm just in an awful hurry. Those men are coming back here.
It's okay, Susie. I'm not mad either.
Is it dark outside yet?
No, not quite yet.
I wish it would hurry. Close the drapes in the bedroom.
Will do. They just switched on the street lamp.
Good. Are they all off? On?
Yeah.
In here too?
Yes.
Okay. Now as I unscrew each fuse, I want you to tell me which light has gone off. You ready?
Ready. Bedroom. Bathroom. All up in here. Ceiling. That one.
Which one?
On Sam's bench. It's just by you.
Oh, we want to keep that one on. Is it on again?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Wall lights. That's all except the clock.
Oh, well, we need to unplug that. Okay, don't be frightened, honey, but I'm going to turn this one off for just a second, okay?
I won't be frightened.
Can you see anything at all?
No.
All dark.
Yes.
discuss something. It's important.
Hello, Mike. I was expecting you. Did you get into the studio all right?
Oh yes, I did. No thanks to you. I don't know if you've ever actually been to your husband's studio, but there is no desk.
And no doll?
How long have you known?
About what?
Me?
That's better, isn't it, Mike? Now we can talk like sensible people.
All right, Susie. Where is the doll?
You'll have to buy it.
Go on then. How much?
Not with money. We'll trade for it. Truth for truth. Let's start with Sam and Mrs. Roach. True or
Do
false?
you even know where it is? I can't make your trade if you don't know.
I know.
Is it here?
How about Sam?
If I tell you that, can I have the doll? Right now.
In a few minutes. You could? Yes.
Then it is here.
Well?
All right. Sam didn't kill that woman. You first met her at the airport, just like he's telling.
So you aren't a policeman. Neither is Sergeant Carlino.
No.
Have you ever even met Sam?
No. Is it in the safe?
Who was she?
I can't tell you that.
Did you kill her?
No.
Did Mr. Roat?
You don't have to know that either. Is it in the safe?
Yes. It's in the safe.
The key, please.
It's already unlocked.
Better, Susie. Yes. Yes, it's here. Do it now. Could be your only chance.
This is 27B, Brogan Street, please.
That was just stupid, wasn't it? The key, Susie, you said I could have it.
I've hidden it very carefully. It's somewhere in this apartment.
Well, I'm not going to look for it any longer. Mrs. Hendrix, you're going to give it to me right
You'll
now.
have to make me give it to you.
Well, don't think I couldn't.
You'll have to hurt me very much. I don't think that you can do that.
Well, you don't know me very well.
Oh, I think I do.
No, you don't know me at all, do you?
You can know some people very well in only a short amount of time. You make it hurt me a little. It won't be enough.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I couldn't hurt you. Enough. But suppose there's a man who could. And suppose he's waiting outside, where he has been waiting all day, just for this moment. All I have to do is walk out of here, and he walks in.
Anything he does, you'll be doing yourself. You'll never forget that.
I won't be here. Have it your way.
Go on then. Get out. You're worse than he is.
But why, Susie? What is Sam gonna think when he gets back and he just finds you here?
I won't get to you. Get out.
You win, Susie.
Get out. If you
Sam, no. I have to say you've earned it. And you don't have to worry about Mr. Roat any longer. Mr. Roat is dead.
Are you still lying?
No, I'm not. Now, I can't tell you everything. I can't tell you who I really am. I can't tell you Carlino's name. I can't tell you anything about Roat. We just met him last night. But no more lies.
You killed him?
When Roat came in here doing his crazy old man act, Carlino and I flipped a coin. He won. Now, I can't tell you why we had to kill Roat, but we did. We had a plan, the three of us. As soon as I got the doll, Carlino would pull up in the alleyway and pick me up, along with Roat. But as Roat walked through the alleyway just now, what you heard was a '58 Pontiac in the back of his head.
You better go, Mike.
How much will you tell about us?
Do you promise to leave Sam and me alone, always?
I promise you, we will never meet again.
And I won't give you away.
What about Sam?
He'll do as I ask him. You see, I am grateful. It's rather like thanking someone for not pushing you under a bus, but you could have hurt me, and you didn't.
Goodbye.
What will you do now?
What I do best, run. I owe an awful lot of money to a loan shark. His goons are out looking for me. And Susy, that is the only reason I got into this. So I will run and run, and it sure won't be the first time.
Well, it isn't much, but there's still that $20 bill at the back of the freezer, if it would help.
As long as I'm being honest, we took it. Carlino stuffed it in his coat. But thanks anyway.
Goodbye then.
Goodbye. No. No see, no tell.
Good luck.
Susy, I think that you are really just...
Mike? Mike? Mike!
Well, Susie, now that the children have all gone to bed, we can talk. I'm going to lock us in now, Susie. So, the dog it was that died. Oh, of course I knew the moment we had the dog, they tried to kill me. But when Carlino walked out to his car and saw it start up all by itself, I couldn't resist switching on the light just to catch his expression. I don't think I've ever seen anyone look quite so surprised. So, it's in the safe, is it? Oh, take your time. At best, Sam will just be arriving at St. Vincent's Hospital. You see, when he stepped off the bus today at Asbury Park, he received a phone message that said you had had a slight accident. And by the time they've kept him waiting around there, I'll have finished. So, will you give it to me now, please?
I won't give it to you.
I won't give it to you. I won't give it to you. You remind me of someone else who used to talk like that. Only she said, I don't know where it is. I don't know. I don't know, over and over again. I've heard people talk like that before. Only she was more stubborn. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Do you frighten easily? Now, it's just on the floor in front of you. Would you pick it up? Please? There's no need to be ashamed. Everybody's frightened of something. I have gasoline here. This place will go up like a matchbox. It's a simple question, really. Would you rather be outside on the street or locked in there with Mike? So will you give it to me now?
No!
I won't give it to you. I don't know. I don't know. And then, as it always happens, something seemed to snap. And she told me everything she knew. As it happened, she didn't know what it all was. But she told me everything she could. At last, she wanted to help me. And like her, you won't stop. Other things, little things that just might be useful to me. And then other things I didn't even want to know. Little intimate things about her and Mike and Carlino, and I kept saying, now that's enough. I don't want to know anymore. But she kept going on and on and on. And then she was dead. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to ask you for it again, Susie. So when you want to give it to me, you have to tell me. Then will you go in there? No. Shall I help? Oh! No! Susy, don't touch it!
I have your knife, Mr. Roat.
I can see you now, Susy. I have a whole box of matches here. You're over by the safe.
No! Put it out! It's out! It's out!
Just try lighting a match now.
I won't.
Throw your matches onto the floor now, or I'll set you on fire.
They're on the floor.
No. Stand perfectly still and listen. Don't move! However quietly you move, I can hear you. Now, I want you to go to the bedroom and walk so I can hear you. Go on.
I can't. I don't even know where I am.
Just feel for your edges and work your way around. It's not that difficult.
Oh! All right, I'm by the door.
Now go inside, close the door and knock from the other side. I have a key here.
What are you going to do?
Just go inside and knock. I'm going to lock you in.
Oh, no, let me stay up here. I won't move. I'll go sit at the table. Susy, I'll go sit at the table and I'll knock on it so you'll know exactly. No! Put it out, the gasoline! Put it out! All right. Over by the table and I'm knocking on it. I'll keep knocking. You know exactly where I am. I'm sitting.
Keep tapping!
I have to hand it to you. I don't know anyone who could have done this. You thought of everything.
Just keep tapping.
It's funny. Whenever someone plans something, no matter how clever they are, there's always one little thing they overlook. But you, Susy,
Keep tapping. Keep tapping!
you thought of everything. Wanna shot? So you see, it's finished. It's all over. You can relax now, Susie. Now get up to where you were
I'll
standing.
give it to you. I'll give you the doll.
No, no. Do as I say. Go back to where you were standing. That's right. Careful. Hands by your side. A little to your right. That's a good girl, Susie. Now, what was it you wanted to say to me?
I'll give you the doll if you'll promise just to go and leave us alone.
No, no. You have to say, please, may I give you the doll?
Please, may I give you the doll?
You may. You are a clever girl. A little arrogant at times, but clever. Now go ahead and put the doll on the table. Now, back to your place. If you would please, Susie, the key to the bedroom. And now, if you would, go into the bedroom.
Look, you have what you want now. If you'll just go, I promise we won't give you away. I promise.
I'd like to, Susie. I really would. But I have a rule that I have to obey. Do you know the one I mean? That clever, arrogant girls have to be punished?
No, no.
Now, I'm only going to do to you what you did to me, or what you were going to do to me. So go into the bedroom, and I'm going to lock you in there. And no shouting. If you shout, if you call for help, I'll set fire to the stairs. And then no one will be able to help you until the firemen arrive. And by that time...
I'll take care of it. I'll help you, Susie.
Mrs. Hendrix, open up! Mrs. Hendrix! Open the door!
Mr. Hendrix!
Susie! Mr. Hendrix! Sir, you cannot be in here! Susie!
That's one of them. I'm going in there.
She's not here. I'll check upstairs.
Hey, this one's still bleeding. They might stand a chance.
Yeah, wait a minute. Looks like a knife.
This phone's dead. We're gonna need a first aid bag in the ambulance.
Hey, buddy, watch it!
Put that match out, man.
Susie, are you okay? It's me. We're back.
Alright, let's get you out of here, shall we?
Stay away from her. Both of you. She can manage by herself. You see? She can manage. She'll be all right.
Susie!